And it's coming towards the end of the day and I'm off to the gym in a short while, so I'm looking forward to that. Gives me a chance to move my body. Just waiting for people to jump on. We've got some people jumping on now. Please just let me know who you are, where you're from, so I can say hi back to you. Hi Hardik, how are you? Are you cool, brother? You'll be pleased to know, Hardik, I'm off to the gym in a short while. It's dark here in the UK. I know you're in America, and I'm going to give it some serious blasting in the gym now. I need it after a long, long day just stuck in front of my computer, working away. Hi, Tony. Good to see you, brother. How are you? Hope you're well. Kieran, good to see you, son. How are you? Cool, Hardik. Hardik is amazing. I've seen some of your videos, Hardik. You look amazing. Outstanding. Mandip, good to see you. Looking forward to the gym session in a short while, Mandip. Alexander, my beautiful friend from Spain. How are you, Alexander? We really need to catch up on a Skype or something very, very soon and discuss all those things that we were discussing several months ago. Hi, Mandip. Good to see you. So, guys, this is just a very short one. I'm a bit tired today because I've been sat in front of this computer since 7 o'clock this morning. Lewis, good to see you, bro. How are you? Are you well? I've been sat in front of this computer since 7 o'clock this morning. I've been so disciplined and I'm so proud of myself. Guys, I'm absolutely exhausted. Govinda, good to see you. But I feel really accomplished. I feel like I've achieved an awful lot today. Pav, good to see you. So guys, what have I been working on today? Share with me, please, what you guys have been doing today, because you're all inspiring people and I know that you'll have taken some real determined action to get to where you want to get to. But what I've been working on, as you guys may well know, I've got my first signature event coming up in January, Ignite Your Inner Potential. And I've been working up on some amazing content for that. Hardik says, do push-ups, you won't be tired anymore. Hardik, I am promising you I'm going to do 50 push-ups at the very least today, if not 100, throughout my workout. I can't do them in one go, but I'm 50, man. But I'll do 100 press-ups today, 100 push-ups today during my workout, and my brother-in-law Mandip is also going to do them, so he's like cursing you now. So guys, I've been working on my content. I've been doing loads of research and creating some PowerPoint slides and writing up my workbook. And I'm not one of these guys that, sits in front of a computer. I'm not very good at it. I don't do technology very well. I don't like sitting in one space very well for long. I'm one of these, I like to get up and about and I like to do things that make me really, really energized, and I like to move my body quite a bit. I'm just one of those kind of people. And I remember when I was in the police service as a senior leader, my PA used to get really frustrated at me because I was forever walking around talking to my staff, getting to know my staff, and she wanted me in the office, and she liked to see where I was so that she could control me and look after me and make me organized. And I wasn't really into that kind of stuff, I wanted to walk about, talk to people and get my business done in a different kind of way. Hi, Santa, good to see you. So for me to sit in front of a computer now for, I think it's 13 hours I've been sat in front of this computer nearly. No, 11 hours, beg your pardon. 11 hours I've been sat in front of the computer today, but I've achieved so much and I feel really great about it. And towards the very end, I started thinking to myself, Lewis says, that's why you have me. Lewis is my tech guy. He's my business partner. He knows everything about technology. I know nothing. And he must get really fed up because every now and then, he lives in London, which is like 150 miles away from me, for those of you not from the UK. And he'll be sitting there at work and he'll get a WhatsApp message or an instant message. How do I do this? And what about this? And why isn't this working? And more often than not, it's something really, really simple, but I just don't understand it. But hey ho, we get things done, yeah? So towards the very end of the day, I started thinking about what are the key things that we need to do in our lives to be successful. And I'm not talking about, how to become a successful millionaire or a successful this or that. I mean, generally to be successful, how to achieve progress in something that you are aspiring towards. How do you do that? What are the 3 ingredients or what are the ingredients? And I've come up with three ingredients for me. And for me, it's around understanding what your what is. You know, you've got to have a level of ambition, and you've got to have that vision, if you like. You've got to have that clarity in terms of what it is that you want to achieve. You need to have that clearly imprinted on your mind. So for me, I know what I need to do. I need to have a completed workbook for my event in January that's going to be of the highest caliber and of the highest quality, which also then means I need to get it proofread by a number of people. I need to get it edited. I need to get people checking it out and saying to me, yes, that's good, or that could be better, etc., etc. So I need to give myself space to, you know, update that and improve upon that. So you have to have that level of clarity in terms of what it is that you're trying to achieve. You also need to understand, why is it that you need to achieve what you want to achieve? What's your desire behind that? What's the passion that's fueling that? What's going to give you the energy to run that race over the long haul? What's going to put the fuel in your tank to make that final lap around the track, you know? And that is your purpose, your passion. What is it? What is your why? And I know what mine is for this event. I want to make a significant impact on people in a certain city and the vicinity of that city, to really change mindsets. I want to pick people up, you know, when they've just come out of that New Year's resolution phase. And, you know, Hardik, you're a gym owner, you'll understand this. When people make these promises to themselves, and, you know, they get to the first week and they're really fired up and they're still going to the gym and all the gyms are like really, really busy, and then they get to the second week and it's starting to slow down a bit and people are beginning to disappear. I want to pick them up in that second week, so that's why the event is on the 14th of January, which is the second week. I want to pick these people up, I want to recheck with them what their passion was, what their resolution was, and reignite them to go off and do something else, you know, to go and have continued and committed action towards their goal and their dream and their aspiration. Hi, Brooke, good to see you. So you've got to have that level of clarity, and you've got to understand your why, because your why is what's going to fuel you. Hi, Julie, good to see you. So the second thing I think we need is we need to get the best tools. So, you know, you may hear this time and time and time again. Understand your what, understand your why, don't worry about the how. Now, that's easier said than done, because, you know, I could be the most motivated person in the world. I could have a huge and very, very clear dream, and I could be really, really motivated because I've got this deep passion inside me. But then what happens? I'm just like, I'm lost, because I have no idea how to start what it is I need to do. If I'm coming from a place of zero, how do I know what steps I need to take? And I think, you know, when people say don't worry about the how, I don't necessarily think you need to put as much energy into the how as you do into the what and the why. Absolutely, I think those two are critical. But you do need to have a certain element of the how. Now, you could achieve this through, once you're fired up and once you've got that level of energy, then you're inspired to take action. So you're inspired to do some research, find yourself a mentor, find yourself a coach, hang around with people who do that kind of thing, whatever it is that you want to do, or hang around people who are going to ignite that creative thinking within you. That's your how. From that flows your how, rather. You know, so as you start talking to these people, as you start hanging around with these people, as you start being coached by these people, you start wakening up. You know, you start understanding. It's almost like coming out of a dream. You know, when you're in a dream, you have this vision inside your head and you're having this dream, and that dream becomes really, really clear. And as a result of whatever dream you're having inside your head, you have feelings. And those feelings, you know, correlate to your passion. But when you wake up, when you are awake, that is when your how becomes clear. So you need to wake yourself up to the path that you need to take. Once you understand what your what is, you understand what your why is, you then need to wake up and you need to start researching, you need to start talking to people in the know, you need to get yourself a mentor, get yourself a coach, or just hang around with people who are going to inspire you to be more creative, to understand your goal. It's going to be a bit blurry to start off with. It's a bit like, you know, my dad's just had a cataract operation. And when I asked him, what his vision was like. He said, you know, for the first 2 or 3 days, it was very blurry, but gradually it became clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. If you think about it, it's no different to that. Once you start talking to people, once you start hanging around with the right people, once you start getting yourself a mentor, once you start Googling and doing the research in that field, it gradually becomes clearer. And so it was for me. I left the police service after 32 years to get into this business of changing lives, transforming lives, and, you know, getting into the whole personal development field. I had an inkling of where it is I wanted to get to. I then made that so clear in my mind. I know where I want to be. I want to be one of the most renowned life coaches and speakers in the world. I know that. I know I want to change the world through the transformation of people. I know that. And I'm impassioned by that. But how do I do it? That is something I've had to learn as time goes on. So I've hung around with the right people. I have got so many of my friends now around the personal development field. I have so many friends now who are entrepreneurs. And some of my mentors and my coaches are like at the top of their game in what they do. So I'm learning from that. Jim Rohn, remember, said that you become the average of the 5 people whose company that you keep most. So if those 5 people are way higher than you and more established than you, then your average is always going to go up. So hang around with the right people. Hi B, hi Belgi, good to see you too. Hope you're both well. And the final thing, guys, is, and this is non-negotiable, you have to do this. You have to do this, and this is why I've been doing what I've been doing today. You have to do the stuff whether you like it or not. You have to execute. You have to be determined. And you have to take massive action. And I don't even call it action, I call it massive action. You have to take big action. If your passion is that big, if your why is that huge, then your action should be equally big and equally huge. And you need to go out there and you need to be consistent, concerted and constant in your efforts. These are the 3 words that I use in my life. These are my 3 C's. Whenever I'm feeling I'm flagging, and actually, I'll be honest with you, I'm just human. Yesterday I was flagging and I sat down with my partner and I said, I seem to have lost my mojo. I don't seem to have the energy. And she said, well, is your passion any less? I said, no, of course my passion is just the same. She says, is your clarity any less? I said, no, I know exactly where I want to get to and I know exactly what the future looks like, what the goal looks like. Hi Helen, good to see you. I said, but I seem to have lost my mojo. And it's at this point that I realized that I wasn't practicing my 3 C's. So what I did, I got up this morning and I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and I remembered the 3 C's throughout my whole day. Every time I've thought about getting up from this desk to go off and do something else, you know, something more important, I've reminded myself of my 3 C's. I need to be consistent. I need to be consistent in every single thing that I do, in every single action that I take, every single thought that I have. I need to make sure that that is consistent, that my thoughts and my actions aren't going up and down, they're on the level plane. I need to be concerted in my actions. That means I need to be laser sharp, focused on what I'm doing at that moment in time. And because I've been doing that today, you know, I had a list of things to do. And I've got it written down here. I've got a list of things to do. I've actually not done any of those things. Well, I've done one of those things, but I put so much focus in that one thing that I've done all day. I've created something quite incredible from that. And I'm so pleased with the product that's come out of it. So I've been absolutely concerted and I've been focusing on that. And the 3rd C, guys, is constant. I have to remain constant. And that means carrying on. It means not stopping. It means not slowing down. It means staying there. You know, if you were digging a hole and you got the pick and you were like, you know, smashing it against the ground, if you just did it a couple of times, you'd leave a small dent. And then you stop and the small dent is there. And then you came back. How long would it take to dig that hole? Yet if you remain constant and you were picking away, within a very short space of time, you'll have created your hole. And that's what constancy does to you. If you're constant in your effort and constant in your action, whatever it seems difficult and challenging at the time, you achieve things in far less time and probably to a greater standard. So those are the three things that I practice. So those are my three C's, but the three things I think that we all need if we want progress in our lives is we need to know what it is that we're trying to achieve. We need to understand why we need to achieve it. Then we need to, look at the how, and the how can come to us. It's a bit blurry at first, but as you go into the path, it becomes clearer, just like a cataract operation. And in order for you to understand what your how is, hang around with the right people, get yourself a mentor, get yourself a coach, read the books, Google, watch YouTube, TED Talks. There's so much out there. There's one thing that we're not short of, guys, and that is information. You can sit there and just get information left, right, and center every single day. So understand your how by taking that level of action to learn to grow. And finally, there is no substitute for massive action. And when you are taking massive action as opposed to just action, I want massive action. When you are taking that massive action, that needs to be concerted, it needs to be constant, and it needs to be consistent. And that's what I practice in my life, and that has led me to have the results that I'm blessed to have had so far, and will continue to have, because I know that I've got a technique and a strategy that works for me. I hope it works for you guys too. So guys, I just want to share that with you today. I hope that's useful. Hi Emma, how are you? All hell come hey. You are cheeky. I hope that's been good for you guys. I'm going to shoot off to the gym now. I think I've had enough for the computer and the office environment. Although the soft music is playing, that always chills me out. But I'm going to go and exercise my body, because there's three things in every single day that I always move and exercise. Hi Daryl, how are you? Hi Jack, good to see you. So the three things that I practice every single day. And those are mind, body, and spirit. So I grow my mind every single day. I read every single day. I will watch maybe a YouTube talk or a TED talk, or I will have an inspired conversation with somebody. My body, I eat as healthy as I possibly can. I have the odd biscuit, well, I don't do biscuits actually, but I might have the odd sweet or the odd sweet food, because you know what? Everything in moderation. But 90% of my diet is very healthy. I'm a pure vegetarian, so I don't do meat, fish, and eggs, and I am very focused on what I intake into my body. And of course, the second part of the body aspect is that you have to move your body every single day. Hi, Sam, good to see you, brother. You have to move your body every single day. Our bodies were designed to move, so I'm going to go move my body in a short while, as much as I don't want to at this moment in time, because it's dark outside. It's like winter. It's crazy. And of course, your spirit. So throughout the day, what I've been doing is I've been listening to meditational music. I've been listening to spiritual songs. I've done some meditation, and I will do some meditation before I go to sleep as well, because your spirit is so very important to you, and it really centers you, and your internal radar is heightened as a consequence of it as well, and it keeps you at peace. You're not so much affected by the noise of the world when you are in tune with who you are. So guys, I just want to share that with you. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Love you lots, as always. I'm off to the gym to go and move my body and see if I can get this 50-year-old body looking stronger, fitter, and healthier. All the very best, guys. Love you lots. All the very best.